Good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. This is Kevin Moon from God's Country. It's time for your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's weather. Now, here's my friend, Dr. Don.
Thank you, Kevin Moon, and good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. The good doctor with you on your Saturday morning, and we're going to tell you about some rain we're going to have to deal with today across East Alabama and West Georgia. Maybe some strong thunderstorms from time to time, and some localized flooding will be a possibility this afternoon into this evening. All of this and more coming up in this edition of your primetime forecast for Saturday, July 30th, 2022. From the Alpha Weather Center, Jamie Dukas, your local Alpha agent. Congratulations to Brandon Whittle of Roanoke, Alabama. Brandon was our winner yesterday, and Brandon picks up 2 tickets to go to the Vern Fest, which is set for 7 o'clock tonight at Warren Sewell Field in Woodland, Alabama. Also, Brandon will pick up the Dr. Don weather app and also a car freshie from K&L Car Charm. So, congratulations to you, Brandon Whittle of Roanoke, Alabama, winning those Vern Fest tickets. The Vern Fest show is still scheduled for tonight. I know we're going to have some weather to deal with, and we're going to do a couple of things to try to help you get through this. Number one, the Dr. Don Road Show was supposed to be there, but as you may or may not know, COVID has, after 2.5 years of hiding from COVID has finally found us up here in northeast Georgia. So we're not going to be able to make that trip down to Woodland, Alabama for tonight's show. But we are going to do some live broadcasting today throughout the day to kind of keep you updated on what's happening with the weather so that you can be prepared and you'll know what to expect if you're going to the Vern Fest show. And if you're kind of on the fence, maybe you haven't bought your tickets yet, you're not really sure whether you should go or not, I highly suggest you go ahead and plan on going. As we go throughout the day, we'll fine-tune the forecast. We will keep you well advised on what to expect, and so you're not gonna get surprised if you go to the show this afternoon. So let's don't let some rain keep us from going. However, you do need to be aware of what's going on with the weather, and our intent is to keep you well advised as we go throughout the day and even into the evening once the show gets started. So let's go ahead and jump right into your weather forecast. First of all, let me remind you to follow us over on the YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and click that little bell so that when we go live for severe weather, you'll get that push notification from Dr. Don's weather. So here's the deal for today. We think any organized severe weather will stay out to our west across southwest and central Arkansas back into Oklahoma, maybe extreme northeast Texas and northern Louisiana. But we can't rule out a passing strong storm or two this afternoon. Here's the setup. That weather system that caused all the flooding up in Missouri and eastern Kentucky has been very slowly sinking to the south over the last 24 to 48 hours, and it now is lined up somewhere around Nashville or between Nashville and the Alabama state line. And that thing yesterday gave us an outflow boundary that is set up right across the I-20 corridor, basically from Birmingham to Atlanta and on over to Augusta. And then today we're going to have a southerly flow, and as that southerly flow begins to kick in and ride up and over that outflow boundary that's hanging out along the I-20 corridor, we're going to start to see numerous showers and thunderstorms develop. Now, 2 things are going to happen. That outflow boundary area of convection is going to slowly start pushing to the north, but it's going to be expanding in coverage and size at the same time. So it's going to kind of be building back into Randolph County and particularly Woodland. We're concerned about Woodland today. So it's going to be a wet Saturday, I think, at times across East Alabama and West Georgia. The best window of opportunity for rain is going to be from about 1 p.m. through about 7 or 8 p.m. this evening. Though we could see showers before 1 p.m., we could see showers well after 7 or 8 p.m. this evening. Some of the short-range models are suggesting that this is going to continue on into maybe 1, 2, or 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. We will see. Just understand the possibilities, and then as we go throughout the day, we will continuously update you and fine-tune what's going on. I mean, this is one of those situations now. We know what the possibilities are. Now we raise the blinds and raise the window and look outside and see what's actually happening. And that's kind of the mode we're in today. We're going to keep you updated. Dana Barker with WTVM is going to come along later on this morning. We're going to be doing some live updates. We've got Jamie Dukas, who will be our man reporting live from Woodland, Alabama this afternoon and tonight. So he's going to be joining us as well on some of our live broadcasts. So we're trying to make the best of a not-so-good situation here by giving you some live broadcasts today and keep you updated on the weather situation in Woodland for the 14th annual Vern Fest. All right, so moving ahead, Saturday, just general scattered thunder across Alabama and Georgia will drop back to about a 40% chance of rain. And then pretty much the same thing on Monday, just general afternoon thunderstorms. This whole mess that we're going to see this afternoon, unfortunately for Tennessee and Kentucky, is going to lift back to the north as a warm front, though I don't think it's going to be producing massive flash flooding. They don't need any rain at all up there in Kentucky, but I'm afraid they're going to get some more over the next couple of days. So we'll go somewhere where it's real quiet this morning, and that would be the tropics. Nothing happening out there in the Atlantic, the Caribbean, or the Gulf of Mexico. We're not complaining, but it's scary, folks. I think this is the third time in the last 30 years that we have not made it past the C name in the list of names for tropical storms and hurricanes. Only the third time in the last 30 years we've made it this deep in hurricane season that we haven't had anything past a C name. I think Colin was the last name that was used earlier in the season. So it's concerning because at some point it's going to happen. It has to. That's the way the ocean releases its energy as it builds up heat over time. So at some point it's got to pop, and I'm just awfully afraid it's going to be very active all at one time. And of course, we don't want to see anything at all, but we certainly wouldn't want to see multiple situations coming at us all at the same time. That wouldn't be good either. All right, so let's see here. Where do we go here? Oh, we're going to go do the current conditions at the East Alabama Bee Company. Currently 75 degrees there in 5 Points. 93 was the high yesterday. That was hot. We currently have fair skies. The wind is calm. The humidity 95%. Barometric pressure 30.12 inches. Now, no rain officially at the East Alabama Bee Company in 5 Points, but others, especially you folks up in Clay and Randolph and even over into Southern Herd and Northern Troop, you had a pretty good little thunderstorm yesterday afternoon late, and some of you may have recorded up to 3/4 to 1 inch of rain yesterday, but at the East Alabama Bee Company, we're not showing anything in the rain gauge this morning. Sunrise at 5:52 a.m. this morning. Sun sets at 7:43 p.m. this afternoon. Here is the expected high temperatures for this afternoon. We'll hit 87 in Roanoke, 86 in Ashland, Lineville, Wedowee, Woodland for the 14th annual Vern Fest. We'll go to 86 this afternoon, and 88 degrees will be the expected high in LaGrange. It's going to be a wet Saturday, I'm afraid, for East Alabama and West Georgia. Here's your 6-day forecast from the Alpha Weather Center. Jamie Dukas, your local Alpha agent. 80% chance of showers and perhaps even some thunder today. Not anticipating organized severe weather, but a rogue severe storm is certainly possible. So you folks who are going to be at Woodland today setting up for the show, you folks who are in charge of public safety up there, make sure you have multiple ways of receiving severe weather information. We're going to be broadcasting for you all day long today. So keep Dr. Don's weather close by, and we'll keep you updated on what's happening with rain, with thunder, with lightning, or any severe weather that might threaten the Woodland area for today or for tonight's show. 87 will be the high temperature for today. Now, we're not expecting anything like what we saw up in Kentucky as far as flooding is concerned today. We're not expecting that across East Alabama, but I got to tell you that if we get some training storms that set up, so what I mean by that is if they continuously run over the exact same spots, one storm right after another, it is conceivable that we could see some localized flooding this afternoon. So the main threat here is going to be heavy rain. There's a slight localized flooding threat. Dangerous lightning will be a threat. Maybe a little gusty wind and even some small hail is possible. This is not a tornadic setup, so we're not anticipating anything like that this afternoon across East Alabama or West Georgia. 87 your high, down to 70 tonight. We'll maintain that chance of rain right on through midnight. And again, some of the short-range models are suggesting it may go all the way into 2, 3, 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll see. On Sunday, we go back to a partly cloudy day with afternoon heating thunderstorms, 40% chance. 91, a little warm on Sunday. Monday, 30% chance of rain. Tuesday, a little better, 50% chance of showers, 89. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we go back to about a 40% chance of scattered afternoon thunderstorms across East Alabama and West Georgia. Southern Union State Community College live Doppler HD radar. Now, you'll notice that we have rain this morning from Amarillo, Texas, back over to Oklahoma City, back up to around Springfield, Missouri, and then some light showers up there in Kentucky. That is our frontal system that is slowly sinking to the south. Lined up this morning somewhere around Nashville or maybe a little bit south of Nashville down into the Tennessee Valley regions of southern Tennessee and northern Alabama because we do have showers developing down here as well. And what we anticipate today is that this system that is causing the rain up here across Tennessee has given us an outflow boundary that's going to be set up somewhere across North Alabama down to around the I-20 corridor. And then as we get warm air lifting up off the Gulf of Mexico, overriding that outflow boundary, that's where we expect the showers and thunderstorms to start developing. And they're going to slowly migrate to the north, but they're going to increase in coverage as they do, which means they'll kind of back build into East Alabama and West Georgia. We think the prime window of opportunity will be from about 1 o'clock this afternoon through about 7 o'clock this evening, though we could see showers on either side of that pretty much at any time today and lasting well into the night this evening. We're going to watch it for you. As we zoom in a little bit closer on Alabama and Georgia, you'll notice that we do have a few light showers up here in northwest Georgia this morning, and then a few showers from Huntsville back over to just north of Tupelo, Mississippi. Nothing happening across East Alabama or West Georgia. As we take a look at the radar, you'll see that we are dry, at least for the time being. Don't forget to follow us over on Twitter. DSTREN1040 is our handle. We broadcast all of our weather information on Twitter, just as we do on Facebook, YouTube, and at drdonwx.com, where you can donate to us and help support us. If you're on Facebook, we love those Facebook stars. That keeps us going, so please send us all the stars you can. We appreciate that. And whoever won the Mega Millions up in Illinois last night, now you can send us enough Facebook stars to maybe take care of us the rest of our duration here on Dr. Don's Weather. So if anybody knows who that was that won the Powerball or the Mega Millions last night up in Illinois, how about sending them our way? We could use that assistance. All right, so folks, here's the deal. I'm going to be watching this throughout the day. We'll start doing live coverage probably around 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon Central, unless something happens before then that warrants us to go earlier. We anticipate starting around 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon. We'll have staff meteorologist Dana Barker in here with us. He'll be giving us his take on the weather this afternoon. And also Jamie Dukas, our Alpha agent, is going to be our roving reporter on site at Warren Sewell Field this afternoon and tonight. So he'll be along with us as well, be giving us a bird's eye view of what's actually taking place there at the stadium for the 14th annual Fern Fest. Hope you guys enjoy your Saturday. Again, stay close to a good source of weather information. We'll keep you updated right here on Dr. Don's Weather. We'll see you after a while. Bye now.